binigay ko sa'yo. So, alam mo, di ko makalimutan yung first time mo kong binigyan ng slim fit na shirt. Kasi, it didn't fit on me. Pagsuot ko, yung botones, talagang parang mamamatay yung botones. Sabi ko. But because of that gift, it pushed me to really be fit and slim. Kasi sabi niya, hindi maganda si ganyan. And true enough, it changed the whole wardrobe. Kasi yung dating suit ko before is laging maluwag. But sinabi niya, trust me, yung damit na fit sa'yo will make you look good. So yun yung gift na naalala ko sa kanya. How ironic, no? Bumuli siyang gift na sobrang sikip.
Sige, sabi niya, i-share ko na. So siya naman, parang yung favorite na gift na binigay niya. Actually, parang we were on a trip. Sabi niya, sige, sabi niya, you have parang 1 hour to just go around and pick a bag, sabi niya. Eh, di ba, habang siya magra-run lang siya around there. So ako naman, nagpili-pili. Sabi ko, ay, mahal naman dito. Ganyan. So, tapos na siya tumakbo. Ano nakabili ka? Ay, wala akong nabili kasi sabi ko, ang mahal. Sabi na ganyan. Sabi niya, ano ka ba naman? Parang, sabi niya, di ba parang itong nangalan yung chance and that will be a souvenir from our trip. Then, dinin mo na. Huwag kayo na manghinayang kasi gift ko yun sa'yo. So, yun. So, ever since noon, yun, yung bag na yun, napamahal na talaga sa akin. Kasi yun lang naman talaga yung bag na mahal na binili ko from that trip.
Okay, so isang bag lang yun. Kasi nakakatawa talaga pag dating ko, pa-close na yung shop, wala kang napili. Wala bang selection dito? So we were in Italy, so Florence, so halos lahat ng mga wala siya napili. Kasi sabi niya lahat mahal. Sabi ko, alam mo kung gusto mo lahat mura, doon tayo sa fake. Third, so let's go to the third language of love, which is physical affection. So when we talk about physical affection, it goes beyond sexual intimacy. So here, touch is a powerful communicator of love in marriage. It can speak louder than words, and it can take many different forms. Like, for example, by just simply holding hands, or put an arm around the shoulder or waist. Pag magkikita kayo, or if you're going to part ways, make sure that you kiss. Or pag when you're so depressed, you're so stressed from work, you give that person a hug. A brush of the body as you pass, a back massage, a sexual foreplay, and making love. So here, sexual and non-sexual touch are important. But we have to also remember that men and women function differently. And this has been tackled during the last talk. And i-reiterate ko lang na men are very visual. And pag nag-initiate kami ng touch, iba yung end goal namin. The end goal is to make love. But for women, we have to make a romantic gesture. Mahaba yung preparation if you want to meet the end goal of making love. Ibang-iba talaga. But good thing na lang ng ibang-iba because it really complements. Yung difference nyo as men and women, it complements when you reach that destination of making love. So for many wives, touch and signs of affection have little to do with sex. For some husbands, touch is simply a part of sexual arousal. So if this is your partner's primary way of feeling love, in times of crisis, sabi ko yung depressed ka na or gulong-gulo ka na, parang ano man nangyayari sa akin, touch will communicate more than anything else that you care. Kaya minsan yung, if you go to a wake, close friend, and wala kang masasabi sa kanya to comfort her, alam mo, just simply hug the person very tightly. And I think that will convey the message of how much you care for that person. Buti na lang sa outline, walang nakalagay na shaving. Thank God. So Rina, it's your turn.
So, the fourth language of love that we learn this afternoon is on quality time. So, ano nga ba yung quality time? So, na-mention kanina ni Bong, diba? Quantity time, quality time. Of course, di ba, we would always go for quality time. Although, sabi nga niya, pero in order for us that quality time, have that quality time, prerequisite that you also have that amount of time, yung quantity of time available yon. Kasi that's the only opportunity for you to really get to know the person more and to share more of yourself with the person. So quality time means giving another person one's undivided attention in order to strengthen the relationship. So the key word here is undivided attention. Kasi pwedeng, di ba, magkasama kayo, but di ba, dahil mong ginagawa, ganyan. So that's still not quality time because when you say quality time, then but your focus is on the person. So, di ba, for example, di ba, a lot of this makikita natin sa restaurant, yung mga nagde-date, ganyan. Makikita mo, magkasama nga sila, pero hawak nila, cellphone, nagte-text, nagchat-chat, o kaya, di ba? And even families, di ba, makikita mo, o sige, lunch together, or Sunday dinner, and yet makikita mo, ay, kanya-kanyang hawak ng cellphone. So, quality time is giving the person your undivided attention, giving that person your focused attention. So, as we say, di ba, a lot of married couples can spend their time together without using it to convey love to their partner. Kasi pwede magkasama lang sila, but without them really, di ba, making use of that time to show their love for one another. So, togetherness does not just require physical proximity. So, hindi enough na, di ba, magkasama lang kayo, magkatabi lang kayo. So, it requires intimately sharing with one another what's in your heart and in your mind. So, as a sharing, Bong and I try as much as possible to have quality time with each other, given that we are both working and we have to look after the kids when we are at home and on weekends. So, how do we have quality time together? So going to work, as much as possible, we go through just one vehicle. So isang kotse lang. So travel time, I work in Makati, si Bob naman. He's usually based in Makati, but he also goes to Ortigas, Quezon City, all around. But going to and from work, yung travel time is a time for us to be with each other. So, papunta pa lang, so we start the day by praying together. Then, minsan we also listen to yung podcast. So, yung reading for the day, so naka-audio na ganyan, di ba? Pag traffic, diba? Kaysa mainis ka at lahat. So, we listen dun sa podcast na yon. Then, we also have that time to talk with each other just about anything about work, current events, our children. So, yun. Then, we also have lunch together whenever possible. So, ever since he got married, he usually goes to the office. Nung before kasi office mates kami eh. So, madali ng office mates dahil magkasama kayo sa office. But when he transferred work, ang lagi niya sinasabi, ay gusto kong work yung dito lang din, Makati area, so that we can still have lunch together.
Kaya nahihirapan yung mga headhunter. Kaya sabi ko, hindi ako pwedeng malayo sa Smart. Kasi if we're going to offer work, it has to be 5 to 10 minutes away from Smart.
So, yun. So, mag-lunch kami doon sa cafeteria, ganyan. Nakakatawa pa. Recently lang eh. So, nakita siya. 15 years na wala na siya sa office. Sabi niya, hindi niya nakita siyang office mate din namin. Kamusta ka na din? Wala ka na pala sa Smart. Kasi akala niya, all the time, taga-Smart pa rin. Kasi nakikita siya sa canteen lagi. So So parang shock na sila, tagal ko na walang mula dito. So yun. Then, aside from trying to have lunch together as much as possible, so during the week, we set aside a time, yun nga, either lunch or dinner, wherein yun, we go on a date for our one-on-one. So during one-on-one, parang yun yung special time namin together, di ba? To just talk and ask questions and yun. So parang yung nagde-date pa rin. And yun, we also engage in hobbies together. So we do, di ba, kesa, di ba, hiwalay pa kami ng kung anong gagawing sports. I think, why don't we go into running together, swimming, biking. So, yun. So, when we do those hobbies, so we also got to talk with each other, encourage each other. Then, we also serve together. So, during prayer meetings, giving talks like this. So, and our quality time together has helped us to anticipate each other's needs, sometimes even knowing each other's thoughts. Na minsan, di ba, sobrang close na kayo, di ba? Talagang, minsan alam mo yung sasabihin niya, napipredict mo na. So yun, yung mga instances na gano'n na, sasabihin niya pala, ay, alam ko na yung sasabihin mo. Kasi, di ba, parang sobrang in sync na kayo with one another because of the quality of time that you have spent together. Then, as I mentioned earlier, parang taking yung couple vacations without the kids is also one thing that we look forward to every year. Since yun yung extended time. Kasi di ba kapag lunch, kapag ano, so 1 hour or 2 hours at the most during the week. But di ba, when you take time off from the kids, then yun yung extended time na, di ba, wala kayong ibang iisipin kundi kayo lang talagang dalawa. So yun. So that's about quality. So these are some of our pictures together. So mag-aala po kasi kami, so kung saan napupunta. But we really enjoy actually traveling together. And yun, having our weekly one-on-one, and running together. So yun, quality time. So for our next exercise, so for 10 minutes, so list 5 things of what you most enjoy doing together. Pwedeng in the past or even in the future. So that, diba, if you list those things, then you discuss with one another. So yung una, so by yourself, list mo, ano yung mga things na na-enjoy yung gawin together. Then, the next 5 minutes, you share with one another. So that, diba, makita mo, ay, ito pala, pareho pala natin gustong ginagawa. Then we can do it together moving forward. So yeah, so 10 minutes. Just list them down.